Coach, how's the level of competition today?
Great. Another day puts a deposit in the bank of habits we're trying to build. Guys' energy's been awesome, but not a surprise. We just want to keep doing that every day.
Can you give an example of one of those habits that you're trying to build that you saw today?
Communication on defense, crashing the offensive boards, sharing the ball, things that we're going to talk about all the time.
Brian, in terms of physical skills, what are you trying to teach Alex in terms of developing a back-to-the-basket, low-post game?
Right now, the main focus for Alex is his defense. We think he can be an elite, versatile defender, so that's our main focus right now, is to get him all the terminology, schemes that we're going to do, but just getting that energy nice and high. So we think he can be a really impactful defender. So that's been our first focus with him, Josh.
In terms of some of his defensive, what he can do uniquely, how much of what makes him unique is his ability to guard on the perimeter, even if they're small guys?
I think that's the key for him, is his versatility to be able to protect the rim, but also guard on the perimeter, do a little bit of both. So obviously there's going to be some learning with that, but that's one of the reasons why we have him here. That's why we're excited to have him.
Brian, how did you notice with JV's presence today a difference maybe? Was there one with him defensively in the habits you were trying to build?
Yeah, for sure. This is a guy who's a veteran guy, knows how to play, physicality, his communication skills, terrific. This is why we wanted him. This is why he's here. It's awesome.
Anyone absent or limited in practice today?
Nope, everybody was here today.
At media day, you said that you would absolutely try to have Jordan be the primary ball handler this season from day one. So how are the early returns on that in training camp this far?
Great. Same. He's been great. Pushing the ball, playing with pace, sharing it, touching the paint, creating for others. Exactly the stuff we want him doing.
And from the rookies, specifically Bub and Keyshawn, what have you seen from them in terms of their competitiveness and their fire on the court thus far?
Those guys are competitors. They love to be they love the gym. They love to compete. They've been showing that daily. They did that since we got them back in July, so it's just a continuation.
Talking about Jordan, I was listening back to media day, and you said he got his game tighter. Where did you see the biggest improvements, and what do you mean when you say you got a game tighter?
He's made quicker decisions, bursted to the basket. Like, he touches the paint, it's really good for our team, for himself, and then he draws crowds. So his ability just to make quick decisions, get downhill, put pressure on the defense, and then make the proper read. That's what I think when I'm mentioning when I talk that.
What do you think he did that's helping him play with that speed more?
I think that's just what he's always played. We just wanted him to remember that's who he is.
And then Will talked about how there are some measurables that you guys use to evaluate the team's progress and player progress. What are the ones that you look at?
Those would be state secrets. So we're not going to give those out. But yeah, we're always grading ourselves internally. That's important to us to make sure that we're getting better every day. So there's some things that we check. I'm just not going to give them to you.
Have you thought about a career in espionage?
No.
Good city to do it in.
Yeah, for sure. All right, everybody. I think that's. Thank you.
I know it's early, but what have you noticed from Bilal year over year, his improvement?
Credit to Bilal. He had an amazing summer. He's able to play with the Olympics, get a lot of learning experience, play with some of the best in the world, and his confidence is just higher. You can tell that he's been working. Looks more fluid, more confident. Has a sense of direction of how he wants to play, how our team wants him to play. Looks really good. He'll have a big season.
Do you feel like the first impression?
What's up, bro? You're new?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, I'm with the Post. Taking over for Ava. Huge shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the impression you made last year on Wizards fans, that first impression, was an accurate representation of who Jordan Poole is? And if not, what do you want to change about how they see you?
I mean, I am who I am, and I've been who I am the entire time. And I don't think that's going to change. I think the people who really see who I am are the people who are in here every day, front office, coaches, players, strength staff. Not everything is open to the public. So I think just over the course of the year, being around more, this will be my second year in market with the team in the city. So I think my personality will open up a little bit more, and I think it'll also match and show with the style on the court as well.
When you hear Kyle and Corey kind of talk about how last year you seemed like a little bit more reserved, a little stressed at times, like, do you agree? And if so, do you feel a little looser now?
Yeah, I'm just a pretty reserved person if it's a new environment for me, wherever I am. Just because I take time to analyze, observe. Just like to take my time. And I think just having a good group around, we got some new pieces. Like I said, I'm a little bit more comfortable with the city, our direction. There's some clarity going into the season. I'm back playing my normal position, being a primary ball handler, getting my teammates involved. So, I mean, just over the course, when you know somebody longer, when you're around people longer, the relationship starts to open up. And I think that's just the situation we're in now. And we got a good group, and, guys are high character here, and it makes it a lot easier to, kind of be yourself.
I know you were a big NBA fan growing up and studied a lot of point guards. You were, I think, 9 years old when Derrick Rose entered the league. I'm curious if he impacted you at all, and what do you think about his legacy?
Yeah, definitely. Well, first of all, thanks to D Rose. I heard he retired. He's a huge legend, not only to me, but like to our generation of basketball. And I'm from Milwaukee, so yes, I saw him come to Milwaukee, game winners left and right, seeing how he's just dominating the Eastern Conference as I'm growing up. But he kind of was a blueprint for a type of guard now, explosive, get downhill, attack the rim, get out in transition. I think it's opened up a lane for so many players to come in and play to their strengths like that. So I'm a huge fan. I've always been a fan. He had an amazing career. Credit to D Rose. Yeah.
To the point you mentioned a minute ago about being the primary ball handler, you obviously enjoyed that role a lot after BK took over last year. Is there a continuation there from him having now a full season at the helm that you think can help you, just having that familiarity with him as your coach from last year?
Yeah, I mean, he did a great job, and he made it very clear when he got the coaching job last year that that's what he wanted me to do. He loves the game. He watches the game. He's obsessed with it. And he knows that that's where I'm able to be most impactful. We went a different route to figure that out, but going over the offseason, he's had a ton of time to kind of put in place what he wants our team to do, what direction we want to go in. So we've had conversations, talking to him over the summer, talking to the front office, just about getting put in the right situations, and everything else will kind of carry out over the season.
The league for a year, and obviously also being from France, have you sort of brought Alex along in any way, or what kind of advice have you given to him as he starts out his career?
Yeah, for sure. Like whenever he got a question or anything, he'd be asking a lot of questions, so it's easier for me to help him. But whenever I see that he's struggling on something, yeah, I'll let him know, like what he got to do, what he can be better on. So yeah, we're just talking a lot, and yeah, I help him like that.
How about off the court? Have you been the one to show him around, or has that not happened yet?
Yeah, we've been to some dinners, me, him, Tristan, Keyshawn, the young guys, the young crew. We've been like going out to eat a lot, so yeah, that's what we've been doing most of the time.
What have you seen from Bub and Keyshawn specifically in terms of their competitiveness in the first 2 days of training camp?
Yeah, that's what I was saying like 2 days ago. Like they are so competitive. It brings like something different to practices, Everybody want to win. They talk a lot, so everybody's talking back, and they're trying to prove on the court. So it makes the practices way better.
Will Dawkins said that you've put on some muscle, put on some weight. What can you tell us about that, and how has it helped your game so far?
Yeah, I mean, I needed to. As soon as the season ended, I was like, yeah, I've been solid in defense, but I know that I can be way better if I put some weight on. So that's what I try to do. And it was hard because I'm not somebody who can get big easier. So, yeah, worked a lot this summer. Came back here, still working on it. And, yeah, we're putting some weight on.
If it wasn't easy, then what were the challenges? Do you have to change your diet or just work out more? Or can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, the diet. I've been working with chefs, like since I'm in Paris and everything, just to, make it easier.
What kind of stuff do you have to eat more of to gain weight?
I mean, just eat more. I was not eating that much. I just eat more. Sometimes I just force myself to eat. So, yeah, that's how I get bigger.
How much, what were you at the end of last year weight-wise, and what are you at now?
I was 195, something like that, and I'm 205 now, 205, yeah. So we're getting bigger.
Where do you notice that on the court?
Whenever I'm going to get a bump on somebody, I feel like it works. So, yeah, that's where I figure this out.